I'm Dr. Deepa Shetty here and I'm speaking from my clinic called Saukyam. The mission of Saukyam is well-being of all. Do you feel overwhelmed sometimes with a lot of things that you have to deal with? Or is it that most of the time you feel overwhelmed with a lot of things that you have to deal at a single moment? Like you have to deal at home front and then you have to deal at work also. There's a pressure at home, there's pressure at home, and sometimes both together, and sometimes it's sudden unexpected pressure like change in the job or moving your house. When we have to deal with so many things at a single moment of time, we feel pressurized. And sometimes this pressure can have a negative impact on your health, leading to a lot of serious diseases. So let's understand today, how do you deal with pressure? What are the coping mechanisms which will help you to handle this pressure effectively, and the skills that will make it easier for you, and then you can look back and say, oh my god, why did I feel so pressurized? So let's understand that. First and foremost in this is that when you're dealing with this pressure, understand and get aware of a bigger picture which will be in the future. But this what you're dealing right now will move on, will not be same, and it will pass. So how do you do that? Suppose you have to take care of your house in terms of the maid has not come today, and you have an appointment at your workplace with a client at the same time. How do you deal with this pressure? Oh my god, both are important and you have to deal with it. Understand this, that at this point of time, whatever feels important to you and importantly important to you, just do it, and then you have to deal with something later and find a way so that such situation doesn't happen often. In spite of that, some situations are not in your control and you need to accept that some I cannot control and everything cannot be under my control. Whatever is under your control can be dealt with, and you may not feel pressure in a long-term basis. So for that, first and foremost, make a list of things which makes you feel pressured. Everything in your life may not make you feel pressured. Everyone has a different things that pressurizes them. So make a list of things, put it down in the paper. Sometimes just putting it down in the paper makes you aware of, are you dealing with things which come suddenly, or are they accumulated things because you have not done and you're procrastinating a lot of your work, that's why they all come at the same time, or it's just a daily thing which happens on a daily basis. So whatever it is, just jot it down. When just putting it on the paper makes you aware of a lot of things. You may not be able to do anything about it, and it may be just a situation which you think you will not be able to do anything. Still write it down. Then organize everything. Whatever is important and whatever is in line with what you are doing, I mean, whatever is importantly important to you, I mean, that's something which you can't just let go. You cannot say no to this. This is something which I need. This is my passion. This is my duty, responsibility, whatever you name it. Whatever is the most important thing, just organize them in that order. Something is important, something can just be delegated to somebody else, something can be just not said yes and you may just let it go. Some work don't require you can just delegate it to somebody. Some work you may not do it only because they are not that important. So just organize your list into important thing and just start ticking them off whichever you are complete. That makes you and feels for you really good, because you really see that you can complete your task and you can pat yourself for doing it. So do this every day. I do it personally every day. If I don't have a paper and a pen, then I jot it down on my mobile because that's in your hand all the time. So make the list of the thing and just jot it down and complete it. Sometimes the most important thing can be completed, the least important can be completed later, but that's okay. Just organize and complete them. Take it all very slowly. You don't have to pressurize yourself to do everything at a single moment of time. Take it slowly, finish the things off, and sometimes if you're not able to do it, it's okay. In all this process, remember to create a support system and ask help wherever it is necessary. As I said, you may feel important, you may feel somebody without whom the things cannot be done, but those create a lot of pressure under you. If you are an efficient person and able and a productive person, and you're the one who can handle things, people are going to ask your attention and people are going to tell you to do those things. You need to make other people powerful to take care of their things and able to do their things. Since you know it better, you'll be told. But in your home front, in your work front, you need to set boundaries out there so that you are able to give time to yourself. At the same time, you are able to empower others to do their task, and they can also be as sufficient and efficient as you. So start empowering people and taking help and delegating things so that you are left with a time frame and energy to concentrate and prioritize your work. You need to prioritize yourself too and give yourself time too. So there are things which are not under your control, and those can be let gone. You may not keep everything under control, and if you just get aware of them, you can just park them at a very safe place somewhere and know that this is not I have to concentrate on. I have to concentrate on something which I can do something about, where I can take action and feel powerful. The power comes from the fact that I can take control of my charge and I can be author of my life. So start doing that. That's very important. And for this, it's important that you take a power down space also. You take good care of yourself. Take care of keeping all the health parameter in terms of physical health, in terms of the diet or the food that pattern that you follow. So you stock your food properly, take an adequate amount of sleep, and give your me time. Those are the times when you can feel fresh, you can energize your soul, you can be your own self, and you can keep your mind clear. Those pressures are not allowing you to think actively and productively. So it's very important that you keep your mind clear to allow different thought processes and different perspective to be seen. Unless you're clearer here, nothing out there will be clearer in front of your eyes. Eyes are just a way to look at the world, but mind is something which will help you process everything, for which your mind needs to be clear. It cannot be daunted on and overwhelmed with so-called pressures sometimes which are not there in the present moment and in the future. And sometimes the pressure is from the present moment, unless you organize them into what is important and what is urgent, and you don't get into those urgent zone again and again, and try to prioritize the important things so that later on you feel fulfilled. You have kept everyone out there also very energetic and empowered, and you feel you have taken a real choices to be organizing and making your life the way you want it. There's a small gap between there, how you lead your life according to what people are expecting out of you and you're expecting out of yourself, and leading your life in a way that can make you feel peaceful, calm, loved and cared, as well as somebody who is in charge of his life according to his choices or her choices. Hope this video has helped you relieve some pressure from your life with whatever I could help you all with. Thank you for allowing me to add value in your life, and thanks once again for all those likes that you give and the comments that you give out there, and giving me the power to empower you in some way. Thanks a lot. See you again.